hell was that? What was the tenner, was it?
No, it was a white bit of paper.
I think the standard's been probably even higher than we thought. We expected it to make a bit of a step change, but we've all had to step up.
BUCS Super Rugby's been great. The raised exposure for the game, I think, has been the main change for everyone. There just seems to be a big buzz about university rugby at the moment, which is really exciting.
It's given that we're going to be playing top opponents week in, week out, there's probably going to be more scrutiny from professional teams looking in to kind of pick the cream of the crop and go from there for players that have professional aspirations like myself.
It's created quite a bit of interest from people to come and see. So there's a couple of professional clubs watching players here today, and the whole university system is, I think, finally getting its recognition of how strong it's been in developing players through to not only the professional pathway, but right across the whole, the national leagues. That's National 1, 2, 3, etc. right across the country.
I studied chemical engineering at Bath University. I loved maths and chemistry really, and I wanted to do either one, but I couldn't really choose, so it sort of rolls them into one. Your career could end tomorrow on the training field. You could get an injury at any time that could end your career, so it's very important to have a backup to that. And equally, no guarantee of getting a contract in the first place, so you have to, hopefully work hard and get it, but if that doesn't work out, you have to have a backup.
As we all know, rugby careers aren't the longest lasting careers, so to have something to fall back on afterwards is essential really. One thing that the university does really well is works on your time management and trying to fit in your training as well as your academic work. Some of the boys here are doing 4 or 5 year degrees, so they really need to be hot on managing their time.
Firstly, they come to Bath University to get a degree, and so our philosophy is for them to be better educated, better at rugby and better people, and we're responsible for all 3 of those strands.
I chose Bath University because it gave a good balance of high performance rugby, but with also being a good establishment in terms of academia as well. I was able to combine my educational aspirations as well as sporting ones. Showing the ability to use your head combined with having a sporting ability, so it shows that you have the intelligence as well as just being able to either be fast or strong or things like that. Having the balance of the two, I think, definitely shows you're better rounded, so either whether it be in a rugby setting or in a work setting, to have the combination of two puts you ahead of the game compared to other people.
Welcome to round 12 of BUCS Super Rugby. It doesn't get bigger than this. First versus second. Loughborough University host Hartpury. Loughborough are second. If they win, they go top. If Hartpury win, they go 10 points clear and they play each other again in 2 weeks. So they're both looking to make their mark tonight. Now, last week we were down in the Principality. We saw Cardiff versus Loughborough. So let's see what Loughborough did last week against Cardiff.
Coffey again goes to his right hand side, uses Mark Dixon. Dixon intercepted though. Oliver North. And an opportunity on the far outside. Simpson. Miles Morehouse. Still kept in the home side's possession with Luke Northmore. Northmore going out to the try line, and he has scored for the home team. Luke Northmore the scorer. And what a start for the home side. So the away side restart. Deep into the 22, this one's heading our way. And we'll just... Oh, it's a great take by Manda Wenger. Excellent it was. Really was you talk about last-ditch tackles, that was a last-ditch catch. And they win the penalty from it, taken quickly by DeCoffey, who's looking to reassert Loughborough's authority into this game. And they're back in a tie with Henry Wilden. Tap and go, taken quickly. Wham bam, thank you, man. He's hit that one right this time, and straight in between the heart of the goal it goes. 10 points to 3. Cardiff Met lead. To Coffey. Loughborough been sent back a few feet here. The Cardiff defence remains resolute, but for how long? To Coffey now to his left hand side. Dixon. Whedon looking for a second try. Instead, Joe Doyle's going to go over instead, and that is the second try to the away side. Distance, line, both good. Cardiff lead by a point, 13-12. This to take a 15 points to 13 lead. Win behind and right in the heart of the goal. Loughborough lead by 2 points with 5 minutes to play in this first half. And really start going through the gears here. And Simpson sends this one on its way, and this time it is good. Williams' option is only to have the kick. Manda Wenger's the man under it. Trying to launch a counter-attack and trying to maybe find him a way to put him into touch. He remains inside the battlefield.
The huge backfield both, Loughborough got an opportunity to either very narrow defend or a lot of both in the backfield due to the number of York committing to the ruck.
Well, Kay's the man in. Kay is the man going to be in, and they're going to go over. Well, it's been scrappy, it's been loose, it's been messy. But Loughborough will not care. They're over, and now they have the lead.
They don't need when they're now chasing the game.
Yes, and they're still in their 22 as Loughborough are trying to find a second try, a fourth try, I should say, to pick up that bonus point. Dixon, Lewis with the offload to Callum Watson. Is he over? Is he over? He is indeed. Exactly what Loughborough were looking for. They now go 11 points clear, 4 tries to their 9 this evening.
Tackle there.
Miller, Adams. Watson spots the gap. Watson looking for his second try. Instead, hands it off to Chris Davis, who is over for Loughborough's 5th try. Game, set and match. Could go one way or the other. Bear in mind, Exeter have to go to Hartpury as well, so they may have a say of how this rugby goes, BUCS Super Rugby title goes, and there's an opportunity here and they to go over. But instead, there was a little forward pass there, so Luke Northmore can't capitalise, and that is the end of the tie. Loughborough have taken maximum points here in South Wales as they have beaten Cardiff by 36 points to 16.
Outcome-wise, a win and a 5 point. That's exactly what we want. I thought we were really rusty in the first half. For a lot of those guys, I haven't played before Christmas, and I think it showed out there. We lost a lot of ball in contact, and therefore couldn't really go through the phases and find our fluency. So Yeah, pretty disappointed with that, but huge credit to our lads in terms of the character they showed in the second half. And we have to recognise as well, Cardiff Met got a lot of players with Wales under-20s this week, etc. So we have to keep this performance in perspective and keep working hard in training and moving forward as a group.
Even at half-time, if I'm honest with you, our half-time talk was basically we're in it, but we felt the game was going to go one or two ways. Either we had to up things, I felt even in the first half, things like our kick chase and first up tackling was poor. We said at half-time it's going to go one or two ways. Either we've got to up it and improve our performance, or we're going to take a big beating, and unfortunately it was the second of the two. You miss key players, but for me, as opportunities, then players who come in have got to grab opportunities. I just thought tonight our workload was carried by about 2 or 3 players, and a few other players were missing. So we're disappointed. 36 points at home is a disappointing result in any game.
So we see Loughborough there making their mark down in the Principality on Cardiff. Let's hope they can repeat the scoreline tonight, if not the first half display. So now back to our team series, and here's the story of Northumbria.
It's early morning, late evenings. So yeah, it's hard work, but that's why you're here.
We had a picture of a player and we said, this is a Northumbria rugby player. What do you see as the values of a Northumbria rugby player? They pick that themselves. And if you're a good egg, you'll be successful in this programme, and a lot of the lads are.
There's been a significant cultural shift which the players have defined. They've defined their own culture. It's all about application, about how hard they train, how well they train, how regularly they train, how they carry themselves. The model being a professional rugby player.
We've still got a long way to go. We've picked up a couple of wins, yeah, but I know the potential of this squad, and we do as a group of coaches know what this squad can achieve. And the exciting part is we've got a lot of them for 3 and 4 years, which is brilliant for me as a coach and the other coach. We can really develop them, and this year will be priceless for these lads experiencing, because we're all about developing the player here.
We knew it was going to be a tough start this year. We've obviously got a new coaching team in, so a bit of a transitional period for us. But each week we've just been improving, just because we've got the new lads are just working together much better. We're just improving every week, and that's just great to see.
I think the main value that we bring is that hard work ethic into the game, on and off the field.
We showed that belief in certain games this year. We played Loughborough up here, should have beaten them, didn't quite, but we had that belief. That's when it really kick-started our field for us. When the belief's there, we're a team who's switched on, and we're going to put teams to the sword.
What does it take to win the BUCS Super League? You need players who've got the right attitude, the right approach to the game.
You need a big squad, you need a good environment, and you need to want to win it. You can't go out there just going through the motions in this league, because there ain't an easy game, and I think the results have shown that. You can't have Loughborough coming at home and say, oh, we nearly beat them, so that's all right. It's not all right, because you need to win games in this league. We've got to look at the positives. We're well done. We've competed with one of the best teams in the league. We've run them close. But how do we get to the next stage, because we've dropped 3 points there.
Right on that try line. Yes, thumbs up on the touch judge.
We've got the potential there just to keep going hard, training hard every day, every session, to just lift it that little bit more. If we keep improving, we're going to see that result on the field.
What we have got is a hard-working group of lads who want to be the best and have to be like that to play for Northumbria. I think the only way is up.
So that's Northumbria and what it has to offer. Next week we've got Leeds, so make sure you catch up with that. Now, back to tonight's game. Let's get the views of Gerard Mullen, the Loughborough first team coach. Gerard, first versus second, third on your heels. How do you see tonight?
It's obviously it's a massive game for us. It's a huge opportunity. When we win tonight, we can take that first spot. So I mean, everyone wants those kind of top 2 spots. You get a home quarter and then potentially a home semi-final. So it's a big occasion for us, and one we're all really looking forward to.
And you've got them again in 2 weeks down at their place. So holding anything back, changing anything, or is it just like whatever works tonight? You're going to go all guns, and that's going to be the story in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we'll take it one game at a time. So I mean, huge focus on tonight, focus on ourselves, and we'll go from there. We won't get too far ahead of ourselves.
And I was saying earlier, it always seems to be in the games we've watched you in. It doesn't matter where it is, with 20 minutes to go, you come out winning. It's like you're fitter than the other teams, but I suppose it's a bit different today with Hartpury. They're top of the tree. You haven't played them this season. Have you had a chance to see them at all?
We've seen a couple of games. I've no doubt it's probably going to be our toughest test of the season tonight, but I mean, really confident in the squad we have tonight and our own process that we can get a result. I mean, as you said, we maybe tend to start games slow, we finish fast, but tonight we're hopefully going to string together for 80 minutes. I think that could be the difference for us tonight.
Excellent. So you've paced this season just right, yeah?
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, well, good luck. Thanks very much. Cheers. Thank you. Now I'm joined by Sean Lynn, the Hartpury coach, top of the table, looking down. What's this game all about today, Sean?
I just think it's about us having that momentum again. And obviously we're 5 points clear, and we want to just make sure that we stay 5 points clear again after tonight.
So I was talking to them earlier. You've got them again in 2 weeks. So are you holding anything back? Is there anything like, is this going to see what it's about for next week? Because obviously you win the day, 10 points clear. If you don't, you're level, and it all comes down to that game. So what's the plan?
We're seeing these next 3 games as big games, and Loughborough away is huge. And then we're just going to go from there then and build from that.
Well, good luck tonight.
Lovely.
Everything's set up ready for you to for a great game.
Yeah,
so good luck.
Lovely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
So that's one angle. I'm sure you're dying to know what my thoughts are. Loughborough at home, big crowd promised tonight. They're used to the 3G. They always come good in the end of the games. But Hartpury, they're steaming through their games. They're top of the championship in the National League. They're top of this league. Money's got to go towards Hartpury, but I think the home crowd is going to be a big factor. I think it's going to run them close. It's going to be a close game. I think it's going to come down to just one little piece of magic at the end. So if I had a really big fence, I would sit on it and say Hartpury or Loughborough will win tonight. Now, let's go up to Johnny Bryan, get his thoughts and run through the teams.
Thank you, Richard. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Rubber Crumb here at Loughborough University for what should be, as they say in wrestling terms, a slobber knocker. This should be an absolute barn burner between Loughborough University and Hartpury College. This one, you could argue, could decide the destiny where this Super Rugby title goes, as 2 teams both fighting out for the Super Rugby title for 2016-17. Let's have a look at the league table as we stand right now. 2 results from this afternoon. University of Exeter keeping their dark horse run going up the rails with a 31 points to 14 victory over Leeds, and the University of Bath are trying to chase that top 4 place. They beat Cardiff by 25 points to 15. But as you can see, it's only 5 points of difference between the top 2 sides as they go head to head here this evening. Both sides, versus 15, let's have a look. Loughborough make 4 changes on the team that defeated Cardiff last week. Jonah Boyce 1, Ollie Adams 2, George Davis at 3, Henry Whedon at 4, Will Morrison 5, Luke Frost moves from 8 to 6, Andrew Boyce 7, Harry Nuttall comes in at number 8, Sam Poynton comes in at scrum half at 9, Mark Dixon 10, Austin Beckett comes in on the wing at 11, Richie Lewis 12, Joe Doyle 13, Brendan Mandavenga on the wing at 14, and Will Kay the kicker, 73 points from his boot this season. He's the fullback at 15. The Hartpury side, 34 tries has been scored among the 15 men you can see on your screen. This is how they line up. Alfie Barron 1, Luke Strafford the hooker, wedding 16, Alex Gibson 3, Henry Harper at 4, Russell Upton 5, Tom Pashley at 6, Callum Bowden 7, Seb Negri the captain at 8, Henry Cochran is the scrum half at 9, Lewis Dennett 10, James Neal 11, Jamie Forrester 12, Jamie Cook 13, Rhys Tudor 6 tries from him this season at 14, and Sam Leeming has scored 78 points from his boot, and he's the fullback at 15. So we're just waiting for both sets of 15s to come out onto the field. Richard Jackson's made his way up the ladder onto the gantry here. Richard, a very good evening to you.
Good evening, Johnny.
You said that you might need a big fence to sit on here to call this one. You're going to argue that Loughborough need it more than Hartpury. Hartpury win this, you may say their name, you can start etching the first few letters on this Super Rugby trophy.
Yeah, basically, as I was saying, 10 points clear if they win. If not, Loughborough go top. So it's big. Loughborough, it's bigger for Loughborough because Hartpury get another go at home in a couple of weeks.
Indeed they do. Bath come here to Loughborough next week and then they have to go to Hartpury in 2 weeks' time. So, this is a bit of a Champions League affair, you could say.
It certainly is. And
over 2 legs.
Yep, and let's see who's got the executive order to win tonight, eh, Johnny?
Indeed.
In a week of executive orders.
Yeah, we've seen too many of them, haven't we?
A great crowd tonight. I'm not very good at estimating numbers, a lot, and they're packed all the way around the pitch. It's looking good.
Yes, the first game Loughborough played at the start of the season was at the University Stadium. This is where they usually play their first 15 here at the Rubber Crump.
Just next to the Student Union, so I think they're going to be in fine voice.
Yes, there was a few quite leery in the Student Union when I went for a pre-game beverage before.
Yeah. And this is their D-Day, so loads of Durham here, so big support.
Indeed, well, Exeter may be cheering on Loughborough here as well because it keeps them in the title race. But here we go. Dixon kicks off. Pashley, the man at 6, he collects. Cochrane, box kick above the floodlights. First test for the BUCS, and it's not one that they've come out with flying colours, but still in Loughborough possession. Little chip forward, and now Hartpury looking to launch the counter-attack. A good tackle there from George Davis. Cochrane picks up. Taken by Alex Gibson.
Hashtag BUCS Super Rugby, join the conversation.
Indeed, the Twitterati out there, let us know where you're watching and who you're cheering on this evening, especially one particular player. And where do you see this one going this evening? It's Hartpury, the ones who are starting on the front foot, looking to set their stall out here and test the home side, and they've won an early penalty.
They're ploughing in now, Johnny. It was big, it's even bigger now. The crowd that we're talking about here, they're ploughing in around us.
Yeah, it's a good crowd here this evening. A very knowledgeable crowd as well. They know how important this is for the home side. It's Hartpury the ones who get the early penalty and chase the line from their number 15, Sam Leeming.
And Johnny, you were saying the wind, you're our meteorologist tonight, the wind is going to keep picking up. And you can't tell from the flags because they're big plastic things, but it's the wind's going to get stronger as the evening goes on.
Yes, there is some nasty weather on its way, but it's not going to come for another day or so. But overnight there's some heavy winds in this part of the world, but they're going to come overnight. But it's going to get windier as the game progresses, but it's going from bottom to top on your screen, the direction of the wind, so it's not going to make much of an effect of players playing downwind or in two.
George Butch, thank you. First of the night. Let's go Hartpury, big game.
Indeed it is. Cochrane picks up, penalty to the home side. A chance for them to clear their lines. So Dixon sends this one into touch, and that's gone. Well, that's hit the gym on the far side. And one thing that's my second time here to Loughborough. This is the first time though I've come on the campus here, and it's just a fantastic university campus that they have here. Everywhere you look, there's sports fields, and every the building's got a gym. Such as the.
It's like it's a sports university.
Yeah, you wouldn't have thought, would you? But such as the nature of the beast here, that sport is the doctrine in this part of the world.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's a big campus, but we had an induction this morning. 440 acres. It's the biggest single one-site university in the UK.
Yes, no wonder when I rocked up at the stadium at 5 o'clock asking where you were as the game off, and you mentioned, no, hang on, we're on the campus, and I said, shall I walk or take the car? You said best to take the car. It was about a mile and a bit after travelling in the car to get here.
Joe Skeet, hashtag BUCS Super Rugby.
Yes, there's a lot of love from the Hartpury followers for their number 6 Pashley, who's burrowing in there to try and help Cochrane here, who picks up out to the wide outside, and it's a good take that was as well from James Neal. And he got done in the flight there, but he took it well. Picked up now by Negri, the captain. Cochrane. High ball there to Dennett.
Good momentum from Hartpury here.
Yes, they're the ones who know that they'll have breathing position and they could maybe win the title next week at home to Cardiff.
I'm counting 7 deep on the crowd at the side of me, Johnny. It's looking good.
Indeed. Oh, and now that was charged down right at point blank range, you could say, and it's been fished out Hartpury's way, picked up by Barron. And may have been turned over here. Well, offside though, chanting from the bench here, but it's still picked up by the Hartpury number 12, Forrester. Into the 22 they come, still pointless in this first 5 minutes of this very important tussle between these two sides. Cochrane now going to his right hand side. Picks up Dennett. Cochrane. Now becoming very much a war of attrition here. Cochrane still picks up. Picked up by Stratford. Within 16. And this
good controlled possession here from Hartpury.
Yes, and it is as well, but the Loughborough defence is remaining resolute with Harper now this time. For option to the left hand side. Cochrane goes to his right. And for all their endeavour from Loughborough, Hartpury the ones who win the early penalty. Now then, important game this one. Is it get the scoreboard ticking over?
Yeah, it
and
is.
That is indeed the prudent choice.
Richard Sharples, hard fought win for Exeter today. Here we see it again. Here he goes in there, that's Whedon. So, no, not Whedon, wrong team. There, look, hands all over it, his knees on the ground, he's not letting that up. That's a 7 for Loughborough. Andrew Boyce.
But alas, it's Leeming now to give Hartpury first blood in this top of the table clash.
Eileen Carroll, go on Hartpury, thank you, keep the tweets coming.
Into the heart of the goal, lands on the basketball court, and Hartpury the ones who take the lead, 3 points to 0. Your opening thoughts?
Controlled from Hartpury, controlled. Loughborough do it, Loughborough are doing enough, just giving away that one penalty, so it's controlled from Hartpury. They're just in charge.
Still a long way to go. Hartpury gain possession from the kick-off. Scrappily, it must be said. And right now, they're not stuck in the motorway here. Like we've seen teams in the past when they've come away.
Yeah,
they've really come out all guns blazing from the first whistle. Now, what can Loughborough do to launch the counter-attack? Good, strong, resolute defence so far. Picked up by Poynton. Andrew Boyce. Good tackle there from Stratford. Loughborough over the halfway line. Poynton. Dixon. Poynton again. Joe Doyle. Richie Lewis trying to go through the centre. Dixon. Okay. Tackle made by Bowden. Poynton. That's Ollie Adams. Loughborough just gaining feet, slowly but surely. Dixon. Joe Doyle. Richie Lewis. Harry Nuttall. Ball goes out of play into touch. And it will be Hartpury who will have the line out.
They just seem to coming across here. Hartpury's defence is right up there. Nobody's giving an inch. And it's just solid. Just solid, and the man to get his feet into the touch there. No, it wasn't that, he was just no control as Boyce came over and it bounced out. connoisseurs. Jesus can walk on water, but Tom Pashley can swim on land. Hashtag BUCS Super Rugby.
Yes, we've got a bit of a singing section to our left. There was a band tuning up earlier to try and rally support for the home side. That one goes long though. But still caught in Loughborough possession. Dixon. And the attacker by his opposite number, Dennett. Good hands there from Ollie Adams. Sam Lehman trying to stop him in his tracks. Points and picks up. Dixon, chip over. Listen for Joe Doyle. Doyle to catch. And Doyle's away. Doyle now, looking for the corner. This could be the other trying again. Good tackle there by Cochrane. But they get the penalty for that attacking play, and a yellow card coming out already.
So this has got to be to the corner. Jemima there, loving BUCS Super Rugby. Come on, the Loughborough. It's got to be to the corner here and make most of the extra man.
Indeed, that is the case. Cochrane goes in the bid for 10 minutes.
Here we go, great break. It looked like he had the legs for it, but no, back it came, and so. And what's he giving that for? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty blatant there. He's already out of the game. He's come straight over the top, knowing what he's doing. So here we go. Can they get the drive on?
Cochrane is out for Hartpury now, down to 14. That's the drive coming in from Loughborough. And they've got an advantage to be played here as well.
Free ball.
So a little drive going forward by Henry Wielden. 5 metres out for the home team. Another hit forward. Pointon picks up. Dixon. Bit of a low tackle. The referee was happy for it, but they are going to come back for an earlier penalty. So then, what do you fancy here?
It's got to be the corner, they've got to go for it again.
Oh, and Strafford and Manderwenger just having a little bit of afters.
This, Johnny, is a tweet for you to read out, mate. That one's for you. I can't say that, it'd be wrong.
Well, we'll chat about that later on, maybe. Well, I'm just seeing what's been...
He's going for the points.
I think he is, indeed. Well, why not? Get the scoreboard ticking over, keep it ticking over. And bear in mind, they've got a one-man advantage for another 8 minutes or so.
I mean,
yes, the tweet was one of your mates, maybe.
Nobody I've heard of, mate.
Richard's commentary is class, apparently. Well,
there we go. Well, should we, get the exact wording? Richard's commentary is top notch. Hashtag,
top notch. Well, Andrew Howard, £10 in the post from Richard Jackson.
I thought they might have gone for the corner, extra man, and try and utilise. But take the advantage when you can, take the points whenever you can. There's two mantras, isn't there, Johnny?
Indeed, there is. Well, okay, now this is to level the scores.
And he doesn't miss many.
How right you are, Richard Jackson. 3 points apiece. 11 minutes played, and Hartpury we're playing with a man down for the next 14 minutes, for the next 7 or so minutes.
And you see to the right from that shot there, the crowd is about 8 deep, looking good. And they're still flooding in the corner. But Super Rugby is the place to be.
From what I'm seeing, it's not the only thing that's been flooding for the last few minutes. I think 1 or 2 of them have been sampling the local jungle juice by the looks of it.
Just waiting for the ref, not quite sure what problem he's having there.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a conflab, a bit of a conference between him and his touchers on the far side. But
I think the comms must have been struggling. It's either that or his thongs come out of place.
Yes, this referee I've met in the past. We did a game up in Sedbert, and as this one's going to hit our cameraman, we feel. Nearly. But it does go out. Yes, I met this referee when I was doing a schools game up in Sedbert in Cumbria in what can only be described as a monsoon that day.
All right.
About 12 months ago.
What I would say is there's a strong wind because that ball was coming straight at us and it nearly stayed on. They can't hear a word that's going on down there, Johnny. It's so loud down in this corner. You've got the drum going, they're cheering away. They haven't got a hope. I think he's appealing again.
Well, I think it's a good atmosphere that's been beginning to build here. They're trying to take Stratford off his game. It remains right on the loop though, just the Hartpury hooker.
It's good play by the Loughborough pack there.
Yes,
they stalled it.
And we're patient as well. Dennett, good thunderous stop there from Bowden. I think Loughborough are now beginning to come to the party here. Picked up by Pashley. Some patient rugby though from the away side. Picked up by their captain.
Again, you see they're controlling it, Johnny. You know what we were saying earlier. They just like slow it down, control it. But Loughborough are giving it and pushing it back at every opportunity here.
Well, the crowd aren't happy about it, but they need to come here to get the job done. Kick downfield, goes high above the floodlights. 1 or 2 men under it. Good chase there by James Neal. Instead, it's taken by Will Kay. And now Loughborough launch the counter. A little bit high there in my mind, but the referee was happy there from the tackle by Callum Bowden. George Davis. Pointed. Box kick.
Can get the pressure on him. Good line up from Loughborough there.
He did hold up in the wind there.
Yeah.
For Sam Leeming, who took it well. Picked up by Dennett. Bowden. Box kick. Downfield again. Kay's under it. Inside this 22. And calls for the mark. Chance for everybody to catch a little bit of breath. But I don't know, Richard, you just noticed over the last 50 minutes since this game has started, the wind has now picked up.
Yeah, it's picked up, and it's.
Well, you can see from that ball from Kay there.
Yeah, there's a bit of right to left here, Johnny. I think.
But it's going to help Hartpury in this first half.
Yeah.
Dennett. Pashley. Dennett acting scrum half because Cochrane's in the bin. Forrester spots a little bit of a gap opening up. Instead, runs into Henry Weedle.
He played against his brother last year in the final.
Indeed, he did.
It's a little bit for you.
Meagering. Penalty goes Hartpury's way. So with the halfway line, they got the wind at their back. I don't think it's maybe on a kicking range.
No, I don't think he's going to kick. I think it's a bit too far. I think he'll go down the corner. Interesting there, he gave the penalty for the not releasing rather than what looked blatantly obvious to us as holding on. But the ref sees it earlier.
Indeed, the corner is where they're going.
About the ref here, Samuel Hunter. Big shout out to South Yorkshire's finest, Make Peach Jack the man in the middle at Loughborough today. Your man.
Yes. I was chatting to Jack before the game, and it was we were reminiscing about that game at Sedbergh School up in Cumbria, and it was a horrible day. It really was. It was a monsoon conditions. The game went ahead. I think it was against RGS High Wycombe, if my memory serves me right. It's
Liam Dobler down there at RGS High Wycombe. Cheers, mate, customer. Can't knock them.
I think it was. I remember by the end of the game, but in the meantime, this is what we're concentrating on right now. From schools to universities rugby. A lot of these lads have played in that schools competition.
And this is where I'm talking about, Johnny. Like really well controlled. Well controlled. There's no rushing. There's all looking. They keep rebuilding it, recreating it. You know, remember they're a man down at the moment. What's that?
The decision goes against them.
Crossing.
Crossing.
Which is, obviously going to happen if you keep doing that, but if you're doing it well, it's such a good tool as we just saw.
This one is good. It's a good kick, that is it. Actually, it just gets over the halfway line.
Yeah.
Just shy of it, in fact.
Yeah, here we see. So, ball's coming to the back. It's not got to the back. And he's just come off a bit there, and he's gone into his own man. I tell you something, the ref was talking to him well there, and you know.
Ollie Adams finds his man. Pointon. Richie Lewis. Austin Beckett. Pointon again. Good hands there from Adams. Dixon.
I think they've.
And we may have a man down here. Yeah, so they're asking for medical assistance straight away. I think it's maybe a shoulder injury coming here.
Yeah.
Trying to see who that is. It's.
He's got his name on his leg, but we can't quite read that.
But in the meantime, it's a chance for everybody to catch breath.
Half time and the resurgence of Northumbria Rugby continues as they lead Durham 10-5 now.
Well, that can be the top four. That fourth place.
That means that Bath would move up into the top four.
Well, they play each other in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah.
But we're going to be there to cover that one.
Up. So here we see again. We might be able to get the number as it comes through.
It's Joe Doyle's the man who's down, by the way.
Right. There he goes, the centre. Looked like he landed on it. Yeah, and you see just there he was grimacing about it there. See a couple of the players pointing to it straight away. Ref's on there.
Well, anyway, we're 20 minutes or so in. Well, approaching the half hour.
Well, you got that wrong. It wasn't his shoulder. It's his leg.
Oh, it's his leg. We do beg your pardon. I say halfway through this first half.
Yeah.
Richard, your opening thoughts. What have you seen it so far? I think it's very, very much an even contest.
I think it's very even. I think Loughborough are playing what seems to be more attacking, quick rugby. Hartpury, it's more controlled. But that's what they do in this game. They in all the games they play, it seems to be controlled. They got their. It's if they've got their their hands around your neck and they're just controlling it. We just heard through the grapevine that there's a possibility of a broken ankle.
Yeah, we do hope that's not the case.
Yeah,
because that'll be the rest of Joe Doyle's season.
Yeah, let's just hope it's like a little, a sprain in his back foot by the time they get to the business end of the season. But the way the refs and the touch judges are coming across, they realise it's going to be a few minutes.
Indeed, that is going to be the case by the looks of things.
Yeah, they're coming across here trying to sort their comms out.
Yeah, trying to sort the comms out. We do have a fourth official, I think, as it were, but he's currently in the mass that is the Loughborough home crowd at the minute. There is a technical area for him below us here, but he decided not to use there. He wants to go a bit more of a higher perch, but it seems.
Yeah, I can see a BUCS hockey in now. I know Durham were down here, so it's a big crowd. Big Wednesday night in Loughborough tonight. Johnny, will you be joining us?
As much as I'd love to. I'll be heading back to North Wales this evening.
It's going to be me, just the lads then. The normal Wednesday night, they go, you're not a student, you're not getting in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that should be good.
Yeah, apparently that is the case this evening. If your name's not on the door, you're not coming in, from what I've heard. You've actually had to ask the Loughborough powers that be to make sure you're allowed entry to the student union tonight.
I just asked them to pass me a drink outside and I'll sit on the step, no change there. Joe Beeston, where is Gibson? Alex Gibson, I can't see him, lads. Hashtags BUCS Super Rugby.
Well, according to my sheet, Alex Gibson's number 3, but he's... Both teams are just trying to stay warm with them.
Jemima, loving the BUCS Super Rugby, come on the Loughborough.
Yes, mind you, the hashtag is BUCS Super Rugby, all one word.
Eileen Carroll, go on Hartpury, BUCS Super Rugby. Join the conversation.
Yes, indeed.
Especially with this, looks like we're going to get 5 minutes or so here.
Indeed.
Send us your tweets. So we got Northumbria winning at the moment at Durham. So if that stays like that, that really opens the 4th place. Now, the top 4 get a bye in the last 16. The bottom 4 play the top 4 coming up from the north and south. So, that's a really important place to be in that top 4.
Just remind everybody out the way this format works. There's 2 competitions they're playing for, really. The Super Rugby is this division title that they're playing for right now, which is what Hartpury are 5 points clear of Loughborough at the start of play. So, whoever at the end of 14 matches each wins that title. Apparently, I've heard on good authority there will be a title or a trophy that they will be getting as BUCS Super Rugby champions. Then they play in the cup competition. So the top 4 of that division get a bye. They have a rest week. The bottom 4 will play the top 2 from the North A and the bottom 2 from South A. I believe. Sorry, top two from North A, top two from South A.
Yeah.
And those teams from the bottom divisions will be playing
And that's like
the bottom four away from home.
Yeah,
So
and that's like a Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the last 16. And then those 4 winners will then go into playing the top 4 of the BUCS Rugby League.
Yes.
That is the quarter-finals.
Yes.
So you finish in the top 4, you get a weekend off, and you've got guaranteed home
draw in the
quarter-finals. The top 2 get guaranteed home draw in the semi-final. So it's very important where you finish in this league.
Should they go that far, by the way?
Should they go that far? Should they far? So what we have here is that at the moment, Hartpury, Loughborough, Exeter pretty much got the top 3 sealed up.
Yes.
Right. Obviously, it can all change, but that's what it's looking like. At the moment, Bath can catch Durham, and it's probably the only position available now, 4th, 5th, because the others don't really matter.
Yeah, because after Cardiff's lost today to Bath, they're at the top 4 race.
Yeah. So that's the big one, and so they play each other in soon. Nick Fish too, great stream coverage of BUCS Super Rugby online, excellent standard of rugby, which should be taken more notice of. Hashtag BUCS Super Rugby. We couldn't agree with you more, Nick Fish too. So yeah, so that's the big one, and they don't want to play. I mean, this is the big thing as well. Those when they're playing top north and top south, they were teams that only just slightly missed out of getting into this BUCS the Super League, and as well, they're going to be somewhat for it playing that team up above them.
Well, absolutely, they'll have a point to prove, and not only that, there is the championship game for the top of the North A and the top of the South A. They'll play off for the 9th place in next year's BUCS Super Rugby as well.
Yep.
So that's something also to look out for.
Paul O'Leary, the head honcho at BUCS. Great atmosphere for live BUCS Super Rugby game. Loughborough versus Hartpury. Got to read this one out. At Mr. Johnny Bryan, boss in the commentary. Hashtag BUCS Super Rugby. Are you on a retainer from him?
Yeah, thank you, Paul. Tenner's in the post. Thank you
Listen,
very much.
you've got to start upping that tenner because he's on about you every week.
I know, well. Such is the quality of the games that we're seeing right now. Now, looks like quite a serious injury here for Joe Doyle, and we hope, wish him well in his recovery. It's going to be it seems that it is a bit serious leg injury. So we do have a delay here, and so much so that the Loughborough players below us are getting some refreshments.
That'd be nice.
And the Hartpury players are right now having a team talk, so much so that the Loughborough coaches have told the Hartpury players in the dugout right now, get back on the bloody field, lads, come on.
Double again, BUCS Super Rugby, great live game so far. George Bolton, they say their comrade's £10. And one of these particular players, it looks about right, and I'm not going to read his name out. Hashtag BUCS Super Rugby.
Yes, we do enjoy your comments, whatever they may be. Some of them we can't read out before 9 o'clock at night. That are some of the more flavourous tweets, I must be said. But now it looks like that
the teams are being asked to leave the pitch.
To leave the pitch, yes.
So we're not quite getting up here what's exactly what's going on here, but the players have been taken off. They're all going down back into the dressing room, so they're not moving in. That's going to be the ambulance coming in, and
we're going to have a bit of a longer delay.
The stretcher's out there ready to put him on there, so this is going to be a long delay. While we're doing that, now you're normally Matty Gilbert is here sometimes doing your co-commentary. His dad Howard Gilbert says to us, Hartpury first, doing well on the plastic pitch, superb game management with the man in the bin. So sorry for the lad injured. Go Jacko. That's me. I like him as much as the other guy earlier. But this is going to really, the momentum that Loughborough had, obviously not just losing the player, but the momentum. This plays in the Hartpury's hands. The reason I say that is because that's what they do. They control the game, and that's what they were doing. And so, now it's a 20-minute break.
Yeah, this is
at least.
This is going to be a while now. As you rightly mentioned, the arms.
So we're just going to see that again. Actually, let's see if we can see what happened here. So it comes out, goes in there. Everything looks fine. Oh yeah, that's not good. Yeah. Do you remember who was the Coventry player those years ago where
David Bruce, I think it was.
Yeah, that was it. And Schmeichel had to turn away and run away, didn't he? Because it was his leg just gave, didn't it?
I think that is just a very unfortunate injury, and and we do wish Joe Doyle.
Emily Jones, Hartpury number 9 is Harry Cochrane, not Henry. We've got to get our
I was asking his learned colleague, Mr. Rogers, where he was this evening. Usually Dave is the MC at these Loughborough home games. Yes, thank you. Good to hear from you, my friend. I did ask your learned colleague where you were this evening, and he said he was earning his multi-millions down in London. So
multi-millions,
yeah. Mr. Rogers is a good colleague of mine, and also an excellent commentator as well. Great to hear from him, and wherever you may be around the world. This is where we are right now. For those who just joined us, we have had a delay in the game. Currently the number 13 and the Loughborough captain, Joe Doyle, is down on the pitch. He's been down now for 12 minutes or so. It looks like a broken ankle from what we've seen. And now it's just a case of we're waiting for him to be stretchered off the field and for the paramedics to arrive. Fortunately, we haven't got a touchline reporter here tonight. Our learned colleague Lottie's not here this evening, so myself and Richard are stuck on the gantry at the minute, so we don't know any more news. Nobody below us to ask.
If I jump down there, I've got to go through that throng of people. It's looking cold in Loughborough than Berlin. Come on, Will K and Loughborough Rugby, says Matt K. So we're out in Berlin tonight. We had Dubai last week. We've had Mumbai, Dubai. Where else were we? I think somebody was in Amsterdam the week before. We pretty much get round the world. If you're watching us anywhere exciting, let us know. Hashtag BUCS Super Rugby. Vicky Christie, really sorry for the injured lad. Great game so far. Come on, Loughborough. Yeah.
Well, right now we've only had one penalty each so far in this game. There's been no tries. And right now, myself, it's only me and you just trying to fill at the minute because we have no. I'm just trying to see.
I tell you, this is where you got to tell us about your said burger getting drowned.
Many moons ago, that was, yes, indeed. I want to say many moons. Well, 12 months ago, I think it was.
Well, it was. I tell you, it may be a bit cold here, but we did the Seafood Sevens on Saturday, and we live streamed that for 6.5 hours, of which the last 2 hours it was horrendous. Poor cameraman froze. And everybody was a lot worse for wear at the end, I can tell you. BUCS Super Rugby. Johnny, you're too kind. I'm actually in Wetherspoons in Hackney. Hashtag multi-millions. Keep up the good work, lads. Hashtag Phil.
Yes, indeed. He's a fellow commentator as well and knows how much of a difficult job this is. And we do wish Joe Doyle all the best as he leaves the field. And now we've just got to patiently wait for the two teams to come back on the field. They've still got some... But like you can see there, Joe is moving around. So it's...
Yeah, he's talking. We can see there he was talking to people. He was talking to people earlier. So it's just a case now, like you say, get the players getting warmed back on. I think they have to give them a certain amount of time to say, right, we're going back on in, just in case they're sitting down eating their bananas and whatever power drinks they've got, and then out they'll come.
So. Going to be a longer game here tonight than it usually is. So we're at 18 minutes 37 into the game. The guy who's looking after the scoreboard in the stadium's got it completely wrong. He's 8 minutes ahead of us. So that clock needs to be reset.
So
but the crowd is still keeping warm. They're still in good mood.
So that's a good 15 minutes wait we've had at the moment. So I don't think he stopped his clock in the stadium to start off with. There you can say that everybody's nicely fueled with drink over the other side there.
But in the meantime, we'll tell you where we are over the next 3 weeks before we start the championship playoffs for this BUCS Super Rugby for 2016-17. Next week, we're back here, in fact, here at the Rubber Club. We're back here as Loughborough host Bath, which will be an interesting tie should Loughborough win this game tonight, because they'll be hot on the heels of Hartpury, who host Cardiff next week at home. The following week, we're following Bath once more, in fact, as they host Exeter. No, it's the other way round, I beg your pardon. Exeter hosts Bath, and we're at Sandy Park that evening.
Yes, we are. Yes, we certainly are. Sandy Park.
In 2 weeks' time.
It's a big varsity match, big crowd. It should be good. If it's anything like when we were at the Rec earlier in the season, where we had 5,500 there, it should be good.
It should be a fantastic game. And then the last game of the regular season is a week after that, as Bath go up to the northeast to Durham in that great little ground up at Durham. It's one of my favourites. It's a very much a traditional rugby ground,
Yes,
isn't it?
it is.
It's an old tin shed of a stand, and an old classical rugby club. It's a great little atmosphere that they have up there in the
And
north.
I'm going to be watching from the slopes somewhere, Johnny.
Yes.
So I know it's going to be hard to believe that you're going to have a game without me.
Well, I do hope Hugo Schofield's joining me for that one. Indeed, he'll be making the drive down from Edinburgh, no doubt.
Yeah,
in the
sure he
meantime, we've got teams coming back onto the field. Now they're going to be having another warm-up here for 5 or so more minutes before we restart this game. Again, if you're just joining us, the Loughborough captain, Joe Doyle, has gone off with what we suspect is a broken ankle.
They're coming back on. So I said, where are you watching from? Oscar Bergvis, he's watching at Hartpury. I was thinking of of somewhere further afield, you know?
Well, thanks for joining us, Oscar. It doesn't matter if you're watching on your phone here in Loughborough. You know?
No, and I'm sure he's in the student bar watching it on the all the screens in there.
So then we've still got some bags on the field as well.
All the medic stuff being
all the
collected
medical
up
stuff
still.
is going to be picked up and taken off the field, and then we'll be restarting this game. 3 points apiece, a penalty each coming from Sam Leeming and the other one coming from Will Kay. That's where we stand right now. I still believe that Hartpury are still down to 14 men for maybe another minute or so, as what seemed an eternity ago that Harry Cochrane was sent to the sin bin.
Heron Chris, is that Sam Leeming or Owen Farrell? Well, the way the kicking's been going.
Well, indeed. So then we're going to restart as everybody now makes their way off the field. Some of them more gingerly than others, must be said.
And no player ever likes it to be kind of like this, but trying to get going again. Right. We start with a scrum.
So then the clock's been restarted in the stadium. They're still 4 minutes ahead of us, but so we're just waiting for the referee's whistle, and then we'll go again from a scrum down, and it's going to be Hartpury ball with their number 10, Lewis Dennett, who restarts the game, and so much so after that little break in play that the forwards aren't in fact ready for that first little scrum. So we'll go again.
Well, the crowd is starting up again, Johnny, so let's hope that gets them going.
Well, indeed, and the drummers started to go to the beat of the game once more. Loughborough take the penalty, take the scrum, they steal from it, and now they're on the move. Richie Lewis, good hands there. Austin Beckett, Poynton, Dixon, should say number 22. Yanis Loizaias is the man on the field in place of Joe Doyle, and he's making a darting run as well to a tackle there from Jamie Forrester. Dixon looking for options, finds Luke Frost. Poynton, Dixon, not all. Poynton goes to his left hand side. George Davis gains a few inches. Sloppy pass there from Poynton, picked up on the bounce though by Harry Nuttall. And Nuttall gains a yard from it. Pashley tries to dig it out.
Crowd are loving this.
Yeah, and indeed, Ollie Adams now. Adams finds a little bit of a gap.
Oh.
And good hands there to George Davis. Dixon. Well, Kay, over the line.
Yes.
Will Kay, the fullback, is the scorer, and Loughborough take the lead by 8 points to 3.
That's the way to answer it, Johnny. That's the way to answer it. Your captain's gone off, he's injured, and you've got to get the momentum back up. Here he comes. This is where, like, hooker, a little hand off there, the prop. They've got the momentum now. They've got the momentum. Back inside. There we go. This is one tackle, and then there's the gap. Nobody was stopping him there.
So Will Kay, 3 points from his boot. He scored the try, and now he's the man to take the conversion.
Thank you, Ben Reid. Commentators on point tonight. Real spectacle for the neutral. Hashtag light it up Loughborough. Hashtag BUCS Super Rugby. There's the extras.
Extras are over, 10 points to 3, 21 minutes played. The home side have the lead.
And now Hartpury back to 15. Cochrane's back on.
Marshalling the troops as well. So then how do Hartpury respond? They are the Super Rugby leaders. And they need a champion's response. So right now there's only one try been scored, so there'll only be 4 points coming.
Turn this over, Johnny.
Oh, they turned it over straight away, so this is how you respond. Cochrane. Stratford. Awkward bounce for Stratford. Oh, was that knocked on? It certainly was.
And that's it's a little bit of extras there. Nothing to worry about too much. But that's just what Loughborough needed. If they just get this ball out, get some possession down the pitch, and they've just they've already pushed Hartpury back. They've stymied that. Let's see it here. This was a good turnover. Out it comes. Bad bouncing ball, and yeah, just knocked forward by his hand there. And the square blind, it came off his foot. I'm sure he told everybody it came off his leg, but there we go.
Yeah, Jack Makepeace spotted that one from afar, to be fair.
Yeah.
And a good spot it was too.
William De Freitas, super at Will K. Come on, one lad. Hashtag BUCS Super Rugby. We've got another man down now.
Yeah, so this is not just seems maybe a bit of a cut. Or just receiving a little bit of.
Yeah, you just give a bit of attention, he'll be back on, no problem at all. And it'll make life easier for us because once we see who it is, we'll be able to recognise him the rest of the game. There needs to be, for us poor commentators, we need numbers on the fronts of the shirts. Bloody great big ones, and on the shorts. It's going to make it a lot easier for us when they keep running at us.
Alfie Barron's the man who was receiving treatment. Straight into the front line he goes. As we restart. Scrum down on the halfway line. Hartpury have only lost one game this season. That was to Exeter away by 41 points. Cochrane steals, but illegally.
Coming round. That looked like to me it came out. I thought that was out of the scrum.
Well, let's have another look at that one.
Yeah.
What do you think here, Richard?
Well, in it comes at the 8's feet. Has he got control of that? No, that's out. In my book.
But it's Jack Makepeace's book. That's where we're on this evening. He's the one with the statute book.
Yep, and George Heron. Commentary tonight is spot on. Hashtag BUCS Super Rugby. Johnny, you're not the biggest fan of social media, but Twitter tonight is it's brilliant for you, mate.
Adams. Good pick up there by Nuttall.
And this is it's a Hartpury strength. Loughborough haven't got one driving maul going yet. It's always messy at the back. The same
Sloppy,
again.
picked up by Pashley. Pashley goes to his right hand side, but again.
Well, they got the penalty that time.
Well, instead it was Hartpury who get the penalty. Yes, it
looks flopping over by the look of it.
So, a chance to maybe gain some possession and more importantly gain some momentum as well from this kick. They've been under the cosh since this restart due to the serious injury to Joe Doyle. Any news we hear from that we'll let you know.
Yeah, there we go. Oh right, he's on the floor there and he's trying to get back to go over it. See the win there on the linesman's flag.
So he's picked up a little Stratford. Excellent line out, picked up by Harper. Cochrane. Pashley. Goes into a wall. He said Cochrane does collect. Kicked downfield. There's no man there to cover. So it's going to go on the bounce here, and Manman Devenga is the man who picks it up. Sliced off his boot though, high into the sky, and it's held up in the wind. Straff is the man who collects it though. It's an awkward kick, that awkward pass, and it's maybe intercepted here, and it has been turned over once more, and now they're off to the races. And an excellent hands on this as well. So the level 11 Austin Beckett. Beckett needs to meet the man. Needs some help though, Beckett. He may go on his way. Pashley's the man who stops it. All of a sudden, Loughborough are the ones who smell blood. Pointed. Dixon. They've got a man over here on the left hand side. They go quickly. Pointed instead. Maybe go himself, you know. He may go himself. 5 metres out. Instead, crossing and Hartpury again.
Excellent break there by Loughborough. Really good. And there's the answer to Hartpury suddenly like commanding, turning over your ball and everything else. And that's Loughborough's game. Fast, quick, get it out there. You know, and we see every week that they've got the fitness to carry it all the way through. So they always come through in the last 20 minutes. So
well, I was looking at the stats for this game, and thank you to Dougie Patterson, by the way, who's keeping an eye on the scores up at the northeast. And Durham 12-10 up against Northumbria. I think he's saying up there.
Here we see the cross in. Yeah, 7 takes his man out. Bit cynical rather than crossing personally.
I'm just looking at my stats before, and these two teams are not afraid to reel in the points. But right now, the defences are having the better of the attacks. Only one try we've seen so far in the first 27 minutes of this tie. Hartpury are a team, though, that they do seem to come to life in the second half. I say that, though, but last week they were 31-0 up against Bath, and they only got over the line 33 points to 24. So
if that happens this week, then it'll be all Loughborough, because Loughborough come to life in that last 20 minutes. Not that they're not doing a bad job now.
Pointed. Dixon. Pashley, the tackler. Stops Dixon over the halfway line.
Pashley's everywhere at the moment, Johnny.
He does have a good fan base. As Pointed nearly tried to get the offload there to George Davis.
Whedon, make sure it comes back nicely to the other side.
Picked up by said Whedon. Pointed. Dixon. Andrew Boyce. Richie Lewis. Pointed. Oh, Dixon gets it on the second bounce. Bit of a juggling act, but still retains possession. Pointed. Boyce. Pointing again. And Boyce once more. Tackle there by Negri. He's had a bit of a quiet game as the Hartpury captain.
Momentum building.
Indeed it is beginning to build. Jonah Boyce now. Well, made turnover, made peace.
Yeah. That was
the Hartpury bench was shouting. Absolutely shouting on the bench.
And Pashley, he was in there straight away and really slowed that down. BUCS Super Rugby, this match, great advert for Uni Rugby, said Ben Reid. Thank you.
Yes, one for the Pashley fan base. That was true vegan power that stopped that one there. Now, is that going to fine touch? That is a fantastic kick if it does. Oh, that is superb.
Yeah.
Up to the 22, the away side come.
Samuel Hunter, 9, can't go in the gap between the flankers. Spot on makepiece. They're your man. Everybody's agreeing that this guy is having a good game.
Yes, last time I talked to Jack was when we did that schools game last year. He was part of the Yorkshire Society of Referees. Excellent one he's done as well. It's a good game so far. And this game has been a great one for the neutrals to watch on this Wednesday night.
But this is where Hartpury is going to be really controlled. It's going to be really controlled, and they're just going to move it up there slowly, and nothing seems like a rush. And it's this is how they, I think they dominate these games in this area.
This is what we saw last week against, 2 weeks ago when we
were. They've turned it over, Johnny.
Well,
just as I say that.
Yeah, well, commentators curse. Boyce, Dixon, Lewis. Cochrane tries to stop him, and he does so. Poynton fishes it out. Dixon Looks at his options. Gets past his opposite number, Dennett. Box kick. Leeming's the man. Trying to launch the counter attack. Loose pass there from Leeming. As Whedon tries to chase.
Leeming's on him.
James Neal. Cochrane gets out and spots a little bit of gap himself. Has he found touching? He certainly has. 10 minutes to go. Loughborough lead 10-3. One thing I was going to mention.
This is a great move here. Did we just see it again? Cochrane sees the blind side, goes for it, and that was well played by Lewis there. Otherwise, he was away.
One thing to mention that we saw at Hartpury 2 weeks ago, or we saw Loughborough actually last week in Cardiff as well, of the second half engine. It's very strong. You know, especially with Hartpury. I was impressed at Leeds 2 weeks ago when Leeds were basically rugby's answer to parking the bus in the first half, weren't they? You know, Hartpury were huffing and puffing. They couldn't blow the Leeds house down. Then they got 1 or 2 tries in the second half, and then there was a bit of an avalanche. Great tackle that was there from Jamie Cock. Stopped Will Kay there in his tracks. Points it. Dixon. Ball goes backwards, picked up by Dixon. Jack Makepeace in the way. Dixon goes to the little chip. Instead, he goes to the bread basket of Tom Pashley.
Cleared out well there, Hartpury. Cleared out very well.
Lozias spots that one straight away. And that's been stolen by the said replacement. Andrew Boyce. Mandavenga. Into the 22 he comes. That's the man who scored 4 tries this season. Dixon. Oh, men on the left hand side if they go quickly. Lozias. Richie Lewis.
Straightens it up nicely.
5 metres out. Points in. Not all. Hartpury need to stay strong here. Points in. Frost.
3 metres from the line now.
Yes, well, they're just inching their way closer and closer. Good strong defence again. As Pointer tries to go himself. They need to remain resolute, otherwise this game could go away from them. They're going to drive forward over the line, are they? Are they over? Are they over? They certainly are!
Let's see who comes up with it.
It looks like it's Harry Nuttall as the man who's going to be credited with the try. And now Hartpury have got questions to answer. That's the home side lead by 12, 15 points to 3.
Here we go. And they've got it moving here. Here they go. Push it over, and we see the ball go down. We see it go down now. Here we go. It's close up. Nuttall's on the ball. Pack join in, get him going forward. There we go, nice and clean. I'm sure Hartpury will tell you that there's loads of hands underneath that. That's not how we saw it. Here's one for you, Johnny. So if the ref blows half-time from the stadium clock, which you said was 4 minutes fast, would losing team appeal due to a short half?
Well, it's a great question. It's a great question.
Thank you, Dominic M.
Well, right now, the stadium clock says 37 minutes and 4 seconds. And our clock did stop when Joe Doe's injury went down, and we got at 34, so...
It's going to be somewhere in that area.
It's going to be around that area somewhere, you know. It's an approximation. Okay, start the extras. Is he there? That's missed on the left-hand side. So a 12-point game, 15-3, with approximately 5 minutes or so to go.
Somewhere in that area, This is going to be the test. I think if Loughborough can come out with this lead in the second half, or somewhere around here, then they've got to be the favourites. But, Hartpury, they don't know how to lose.
Well, the only one loss they had this season when there was a thrashing down at Exeter when they put them to the sword, 42 points to 10.
Okay, they don't know how to lose apart from that one.
That's the only one they've lost all season. Box kick. That's gone high. That's like a flop shot. Yeah, that's like a Mickelson flop shot. That was. It's picked up by Pashley.
He's everywhere. He's absolutely everywhere, Pashley.
Cochrane. Dennett.
Good hands, good hands.
Good hands as is so far from the away side. Reece Tudor. 6 tries from him this season, but he's had a bit of a quiet game. Cochrane's appealing, but he's going to get nothing from it. 5 minutes or so left to play. Dennett. Mark Dixon.
Must have timed that right. He was well up, wasn't he?
He was well up indeed. Stratford. Good tackle there from Will Morrison. Just below us. Cochrane. That is a great hit.
Yeah. Crowd love it as well.
Indeed it was. They do. Dennett now. That's gone forward. Oh, look forward to me. No, it's well, Jack Makepeace did spot it. I think it was with help from the touch judge. Scrum down on the halfway line.
Yeah. Megan Emily Keane, come on Hartpury from the Catsbury Common Room. So we're getting all around the country today. See here. His hand.
Well, we were right behind this.
Yeah.
We were right behind it, and
I think the thing is like they say all the time, the hands are meant to go backwards. If the ball goes forwards, that's just one thing. But it didn't look like there that his hands went fully backwards. Right.
Well, it's very important for the away side not to concede any more points in this half if they want any sniff of getting back in this tie. 12 points behind.
Nuttall picks.
Picked up by Poynton. Cotton swarming around him. Harry Nuttall acts the scrum half. Dixon. Chip forward. And collects. And good hands as well to Richie Lewis. Lewis spots a gap, opening up. He needs hands and needs help.
Oh!
Well, this is champagne rugby from the home team at the minute. They're playing full of confidence.
In the touch though.
But it's now gone out of play, and all of a sudden they're the ones brimming with confidence.
They are. They really are flowing now. Pretty good at going. We see it here again. Little over the top, lovely work. Retreat, and this is the good bit. Look at the vision there. Keeps it going. Lewis sees the gap. Off he comes again. Picks up nicely through his leg and then pick up. Look at that for hands from a prop. Hey?
Well done, Ollie Adams.
I tell you, Michael Jordan and LeBron James, they'd be happy with that.
Yeah. What do they call it in tennis when it's like a hot dog? They call it in tennis, don't they? When it goes through the legs.
I think that's what I did when I'm skiing, though. I'm assuming it's not the same. We've got a player down.
We've got another player down at the minute, and it's the number 3 for Hartpury, Alex Gibson. But it looks like he's doing his laces, so.
Harry Dixon tells us that Loughborough are starting to run away with this game. Hartpury need to keep their heads up and go electric. Wasn't that a 1980s hit by somebody?
I don't think so. Got me racking my mind, you know. Indeed, but right now,
the score is. Top and I think he's turned that over. That's brilliant play by the second row. Brilliant play.
Absolutely. Poynton, Dixon, Boyce, Lazias going himself. Really good hands. And has it gone backwards? It did go backwards, and now it's gone out into touch. And that will be half time. 90 seconds early on our clock, and about half an hour late on the stadium clock. But alas, it is Loughborough who have the lead in this top of the table clash. They go in at half time, 12 points clear. They lead Hartpury by 15 points to 3.
12 points. I think that's going to be enough. It's hard to say, but they come good in the last 20 minutes. But I'm full of butts tonight when it comes to Hartpury. They control games, they win games, they know what they're doing.
So that should be an interesting second half. That's the home side who are chasing Hartpury, 5 points behind to remind you, but they've also already got 2 tries to their name. The lead, the top of the table team, by 15 points to 3. So then, Richard, let's chat about what we've seen in this first half. It's been a long first half, it must be said, because of the injury to the Loughborough captain Joe Doyle. It was 7 o'clock we kicked off. It's 8 o'clock now.
It's 8 o'clock now, yeah.
So,
18 minutes of injury. That's a long time, and it's difficult for the players to work in that as well, because they've got to react to that. They've had 20 minutes of going, 20 minutes rest, and they've got to get going again. And so it's hard for them. But Loughborough are the ones that responded. They did take advantage of the 14 men because they didn't score any points when that was down, apart from just the penalty. But when Cochrane came back on, and they upped it after that penalty, and they've really, reaped
rewards. Well, a few of the crowd are just making their way to maybe to get some half-time refreshments from somewhere in the on the Loughborough campus. Some of them have brought their own refreshments.
That's a very large bottle of something, isn't it?
So then, we're going to take a short break here at the Rugby Club. Loughborough lead 15 points to 3 at half-time.
Better people make better rugby players. Rugby builds character. Making sure that we don't give up and we do kind of still have that grit and make sure that we finish the game well. You're not bigger than the team. You do everything you can for this club.
Sharing those moments with them, whether it's wins or losses, and you've got to enjoy those moments and treasure them.
To the Rugby Club here at half-time in a long first half due to the ankle injury that was taken to the Loughborough captain Joe Doyle. We put an hour in that first half. 15 points to 3, the home side lead though. Loughborough exactly what they're looking as they are chasing the BUCS Super Rugby title from the away team Hartpury. 5 points behind, 2 tries to their name, halfway to maximum points, Richard Jackson, you could argue.
Yeah, and this will take them top of the table. This really opens it up. And I tell you what it does, it opens the door for Exeter as well.
Which, in all fairness, I mentioned this to beforehand. If there was any bookmaker that was going to put it on the odds on this 3-horse race, at the start of play you'd have had maybe Hartpury even money. You may have had your Loughborough about 5-4 and an extra 3-1, and that's the way I would have put it. And I would have fancied money on the outsider just because of the running that they have next week. Loughborough do host Barthé, but they're going to go away to Hartpury. For Hartpury, they've got 2 home games. Cardiff and Loughborough, and then next they have Durham, Bath and Northumbria to play. They got that game in hand. Let's have a look at what we've seen in this first half so far. 2 tries, one coming from Will Kay, the other from Harry Nuttall. As Hartpury trail Loughborough, I should say, by 15 points to 3. Good hands there from Ollie Adams to Boyce, and then pointing to his left hand side to Dixon, and then the inside pass to Kay, who gets over the line, and that try was around about,
and he looks happy with that,
15-16 minutes into the game.
And that's down to the little handling, that's that setting it up from the forwards. Makes so much difference if the forwards can do that for you. Here's their second one, and this is just a really good, this is the forwards, good driving maul, over they go, they get on now. You see Whedon on the outside giving his bit with his fellow second row. Morrison, exceptionally good there, well played.
It's been excellent so far, just waiting for both teams to come back out onto the field, and is that a bit of mist or a bit of rain in the air I'm seeing here?
Yeah, well the wind's picking up again. Well that mist rain is coming horizontally across at the moment, and although the crowd don't seem to be too perturbed, as you can see down there in our picture, they're all wrapped up well, and a few drinks have been flying around. They're about 10 deep over the left ear, and although a lot of them seem to have gone for a fill up. In the background of that shot, we're assuming that's the student accommodation. Have I mentioned 16,000 students, 3,000 staff, 2,000 visitors?
Yes, you had told this to me during the induction you had to have this morning.
Yeah, the induction. I can tell you about the water pressure. I can tell you about the asbestos, and I can tell you that you're not allowed to do welding, which is very important when you're doing a broadcast. You know,
the things you have to do, my friend, to get these things out into the open. And so you can watch at home. Wherever you may be watching this evening, very good evening to you from me, Johnny Bryan, Richard Jackson alongside me for this top of the table clash in this BUCS Super Rugby between Loughborough University, who are in second place, against Hartpury, who lead by 5 points at the top of the table. Just to remind you, 4 points for a win and a bonus point if you are within 7 points. So you get a losing bonus point if you're within 7, or if you score 4 tries, you also gain an extra point. Loughborough have scored 2 tries to Hartpury's 0 so far in this tie. And remember, these two will play each other again in a fortnight's time, where that may be, could be for the title, depending on what Exeter do next week.
Exactly.
When they play Durham. As it stands right now, Hartpury 47, Loughborough 42, Exeter 41, and Exeter will have a game in hand after these two have played tonight.
Right. And considering the start they got off to, Exeter, which I think they lost the first couple of days.
Oh, yeah, so they went off to a dreadful start, indeed. Yeah.
And then I think they've gone unbeaten the rest of the time. They've just picked it up and they've marching on. It's like they've paced it, you know.
It's like a horse coming up the Cheltenham Hill, you know, when they're in the middle of March during the Cheltenham Festival. That they've just paced it absolutely right and maybe try and nick it on the line.
Yeah. And remember, this league didn't exist last year, Johnny.
No, it did not. No, a lot of these sides. This is only the third time that these two have actually played each other. Hartpury beat Loughborough last year in the semi-final of the championship by 31 points to 14, and Loughborough did them a year before, 15-14. So 1 apiece in the head-to-head. So then, we restart.
No.
Well, we nearly restart after a couple of coaches
sprint off the pitch.
Sprint off the field, indeed.
That's Dave Bassett, the Loughborough team manager, actually, there. I'll have a word with him about that.
Yeah, he was pacing like a gazelle, he was indeed. But then, who's going to be the king of the jungle here tonight? Well, that was a bit loose there from Leeming. The ball did go backwards, so he gets it on the second attempt.
Oh, that was unlucky.
Well, unlucky it may be, but it's
Loughborough picked it up.
Indeed they have.
Hartpury can't afford to give anything away in the first 5 minutes.
Very important, whoever scores first in this second half.
M has big love for Hartpury. Hashtag BUCS Super Rugby.
Massive importance, the first score here. Ball's gone backwards, says our referee, so no knock on here. And now Hartpury through Pashley are trying to launch the counter attack. Not to the halfway line they come. Cochrane now picks up. Dennett. Referee's got his arm out and he may be awarding a penalty here shortly, or an advantage of sorts is going to come Hartpury's way. And back they are going to come indeed for that penalty. So early opportunity here for Hartpury as they start this second half.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a
to gain some attacking territory.
They've got the wind against them. It's definitely it is across the pitch, but it's definitely kind of from corner to corner. So down to the touch.
Across it into, as we would say on the golf course.
Yes.
So Dennett is the man who's going to try and launch this one downfield. Does he find touch? He does. So indeed, just shy of the 22, and it will be Hartpury who will have the limit.
Tom Lloyd says his money's on a second half turnaround. Hartpury to win at a canter. Hashtag BUCS Super Rugby. Join the conversation with opinions like that. See the crowd well wrapped up for tonight.
Yes, it's not the warmest of February nights as we are a month into the new year. As of today. And congratulations to all those who successfully did dry January, and no doubt will be nursing the hangover come tomorrow morning.
Exactly.
But Alex Gibson was the man who was on the charge.
Good controlled.
And another advantage.
Penalty for coming in at the side there on that drive.
Well, so here we go, free ball here, a free swing here coming Hartpury's way. Cochrane, Forrester. Cochrane going left again. Well, it may only been a knock-on advantage maybe from our referee Jack Maypiece when they did have his arm out. No, indeed not.
He's going back to it now.
He is going back to it now, and 12 points down.
With his wind, it's into the corner and driving more. There we go.
There we go.
Yep.
Well, maybe the riot attack has been read by the Hartpury coaches at half-time.
Yeah. Here we see. Now it looks like he breaks off here. You see the Loughborough number 7 ready, but he's still, he's still part of that maul, and so that's coming in at the side. In my book.
That's what was seen. As we need a ball on the field, and somebody just launched one down, but it's been fished up the crowd. So Stratford goes long, picks up Negri, and now important for Loughborough to hold on here. Hartpury looking for the drive, and the drive is coming as well. There's going to be a try. It's going to be over. And exactly the start the away team are looking for.
Classic Hartpury there, excellently controlled. Really kind of just like composed themselves. Said right, here we go, and over they went.
The exact start they would have been looking for in this second half. The exact response as well when you're leading this time, you're 12 points down. They've reduced the deficit now to 7.
There we go, excellent line out. Nice and clean. Down it comes. To the back. Steady it, they get pushed back a bit there, but they get the momentum onto the side, then come back in off the edge of it. Look at that, and he's over.
Henry Harper is the man who got over and that mass of bodies. 15 points to 8.
But that kick's going to be hard because that kick is across into that wind.
But more importantly, it's now 7 points, the difference. Leaving to reduce the deficit now to only 5. Well, it's easily got the line, the distance I should say, but he didn't have the line, so it's a 7-point game. But a good start from the away team, 15-8 the score.
as you say, Johnny, and it's quietened the crowd.
Collected by the captain, Negri. Russell Upton. Cochrane. Stratford. Kick up into the air, spinning away for Will Kay to catch, and does so. But an excellent tackle to stop Kay in his tracks from going forward there, and it's been turned over to the away team.
Great support there, great support. Up with the guy on that first tackle and then driving him over.
Cochrane spins this one for Stratford. The number 18, Des Merry's on the field as well. Now for Hartpury, we've made a few changes, and these changes may just have worked enough. As Forrester goes for the little darting run. Cochrane picks up. Negri. Cochrane. Dennett. Patient play coming. Pashley. Tudor. Looking for a magnificent 7 try, but he's gone into touch.
Yeah.
And the home team can have a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, great tackle there, and as he took him, he span in to make sure he got his feet in a touch here. You see this. Good hands there from Pashley. Great tackle, spin him, that's it, get him in a touch. Well played. Couldn't quite get rid of it quick enough.
He's got a player receiving treatment at the moment on the one of the backs. I think it's number 13, which is Jamie Cook, just receiving a little bit of treatment. He's okay though, he's up on his feet, and now he's getting into the line. Ollie Adams. Good take there, that was from Luke Frost. The Hartpury players were appealing to the referee there for the penalty, but they're not going to get anything from Makepeace. Box kick coming this time from George Ducote. And that one's going to go into touch well, and it's going to be a line out right in front of us. One or two changes looked to make from Loughborough as well in the start of this second half. George Ducote, I should say, not Ducote, as Matt Gilbert told me off for last week.
Yep. A few beers over in the crowd that time.
Yes,
sacrilege.
Yes, much of the disappointment of one or two who have brought plastic cups up with them.
right down in front of us.
So then let's see Ollie Adams, who's been quite decent from the hockey this evening. But not on this occasion, picked up this time by number 2, Bakalewski. He's also on the field. Both teams have been making changes early in the second half.
It's good they got the strength in depth, because it's still the high level of rugby, you know?
Cochrane.
We have to stop the play due to the fact that them two, just Nuttall and whoever there, just wouldn't let go of each other.
Well, indeed. Physical affair in Durham, the home side, going back to win 15 points to 10 against Northumbria. So that's more or less, you would argue, not cements, but they're firm favourites to take 4th place.
They've been firm favourites for a while, and that's really kind of like, you know, I think that's going to secure it myself. The way
they do have to play Bath on their last game. They do have to play Bath in their last game.
Yeah.
And we're up there in 3 weeks' time for that one. As not all 4 last games take place at the same time. They're split over 2 weeks, I believe. So
yeah, so everybody know what to do when it comes to it.
Yeah, indeed.
I think Meg and Emily Keith's got it. Shout out to Sean Lynn for a great pep talk at half time. Come on, Hartpury.
Cochrane with the put in. Good hit from Mandavenga on his opposite number, Tudor.
They're pushing them off the ball here.
And still, 7-point game.
Got the momentum, got him the touch. Their line out ball, it's looking good. Crowd are getting going again. Here we see it again.
Yes, it's somebody celebrating their birthday over there.
Yep.
It
Coming
seems
wide.
it's having a
Look
good
at that
night.
great hit.
But that's just a great hit, that is.
Oh, that's great, that. Excellent line out. Through the hands. Lewis. Oh! There's the big response from Hartpury.
Indeed, it was. Picked up by DeCothy.
That's the second time Hartpury have pushed off Loughborough in the last 5 minutes there.
And now they're trying to launch a counter-attack of their own. Mandavenga was running. Tudor doesn't stop him in his tracks. Has to do it on a second occasion though. DeCothy picks up. Dixon tries to spot a gap, but it's shut in his face. DeCothy. Loose take there by the number 4, Henry Whedon. No knock on though, but it's instead been turned over. Cochrane. Frost tried to dig it out of Cochrane's hands. The referee said, "Not a chance, sunshine."
And controlled Hartpury are back with it.
Indeed, Cock. Cook, I said.
Oh, right.
I don't beg your pardon. It's not. We haven't reached 9 o'clock yet, Richard Jackson.
Well,
Fashley.
I don't know what you're talking about there.
Forrester. Penalty going Loughborough's way.
These Loughborough forwards are really putting in a shift here. Really putting in a shift. And quite right, they're going for the points, you know. 2 scores again. Here we go. He's over. He's got his hands on it. And I'll say they're putting in a shift. That's was that the fly half? It was all over it. Yeah, it was. It's the Loughborough fly half. Well played, Mr. Dixon.
Player down.
Lisa, dear fabulous commentators, it's Bakazewski.
Bakazewski.
Say back of a jet ski fast enough and you'll get away with the pronunciation. Back of a jet ski.
Thank you, Lisa, for that one.
Back of a jet ski. Yeah, that works. Back of a jet ski.
Back of a jet ski, thank you very much.
That all night. All help is appreciated.
Okay. Let's go 10 clear. It's
good.
main miss on the left, right hand side. And it has done.
Just drifted out there.
Caught in the wind, that was.
Yeah. Like one of your wedge shots, Johnny.
Still 7 points the difference. Around 25 or so minutes to go. Wind picking up here. A little bit of drizzle in the air as well. As we start with the low restart. Picked up by Kay. Kay's found a gap, you know. Kay has found a gap, and he's going to go for the corner. Well, Kay's going to go for the corner. Stopped in his tracks though. We still have possession. Great run there was from the Loughborough fullback, and he may have opened the door here. Dixon.
Frost there.
Boyce. To Jonah Boyce. To Cothy. Stopped by Dennett. Mandavenga. He picks up once more. Could be an important passage of play here coming through Luke Frost. To Cothy. Makepeace gets out of the way and is now kicked downfield as this mist has now come to drizzle. So this ball may become a little bit greasy over the next few moments as Stratford tries to pick up Will Kay. Coffey.
As they pick up, so do the crowd.
Indeed they do.
Nice grubber kick through there. No knock on, it came off his feet.
Well, indeed. Much to the displeasure of this partisan crowd here at Loughborough. 25 minutes or so after play. Cochrane spins this one backwards.
Can't go out on the full, but it's going nowhere, it's coming back.
Now it's going to straight back down to Kay's throat. Now he gives the counter once more, Mandavenga. Oh, now that is knocked forward.
Well, the weather's really coming in now, and this is definitely in Hartpury's favour. It's definitely now coming right to left.
Well, you see Hartpury, it's going to be in Loughborough's favour because they're going to be going downwind here.
Mr. Tom Chatfield, George Eastweller's on fire for Loughborough. There we go with the unfortunate knock on now. I'm waiting for the Hartpury number 2 to get on the ball again so I can use my new pronunciation skills.
Well, yes, well, in the last...
Bakovicki is hooking here.
Cochrane puts in. That's a span around.
And Hartpury got the penalty here.
Yeah, do indeed. So
I think the ref may be saying that Loughborough might have spun that. They've got to be careful here. There'll be yellow card if he's going to get on the way there.
Cochrane goes quickly, top and go. Went into his own man Passley.
Yeah, that's bordered on obstruction.
Yeah, well, alas, we continue. Forrester. You see the weather just getting a little bit heavier here now.
The only blessing this week is that it's behind us. Whereby the last 2 games we played, we've been the other side and it's been coming into us.
Yeah, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble.
Oh, nice
oh, here we go. Pashley. Cochrane. Is he off the ball then? No, it wasn't. And that one's gone forward from Kay. So it should be a knock-on advantage being played here.
Which it is. So they got the free ball.
And it's taken by Cotti. Back to come for that knock on. Well, it's gone a bit scrappy all of a sudden in the last few moments.
It has, but it seems to be the really calm temperament of Hartpury that is getting the upper hand on it, you know. But they're still trailing by 7. And there's the man. There we go. Pashley, good break. No, it looked worse than what it was. Looked more. There was more of it than there was, and there's that unfortunate knock on that brings us back.
I think somebody you owe another 10 or 2, Richard, has just tweeted in by the looks of things.
Love hearing those rich tones from our man at Cheers Mate Pro tonight with the Hartpury RFC, the sponsor, better quality of the sky. Thank you very much.
Well, 10 quid.
Yeah, that's another name that I've got to try and pronounce.
Cochrane up to the 22 come Hartpury, 7 points down. We've still got a quarter of this tie left to go. This top of the table box clashes. That one goes forward from Harry Agnew. Turned over to Cothi. Okay, stuck inside their own 22 of the home team. They do have that 7-point advantage, and the offer to them right now, they'll snap their hand off for it. As the Coffey's kick goes straight into touch, and it's gone hit some scaffolding on the building far, so that ball is going to be a souvenir for one fan.
That won't be coming back.
That won't be coming back. I think that's landed in the builder's tea hut on the far side. So when they arrive at work in the morning, they've got a rugby ball.
There we go. Here's it, and I think it's. Yeah, into the bread basket and out. Lovely rendition of Singing in the Rain going on next to us, Johnny. Not the exact words I remember from the film, but Loughborough Rugby tells us that the rain has started to come down heavy at Epinal Way. A few knock-ons while both teams are
in all fairness, whoever's doing the Loughborough tweeting, I think they need to give up their day job as a weatherman, because it's not heavy rain.
No.
It's just annoying rain.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. It's light drizzle. It's like mist. It's a spray at the minute. It's not that bad when you look on the screen. It's just a spray, so it's annoying. I wouldn't regard it as heavy rain. I regard it as
but we got a very slippery ball.
It did well.
You had heavy rain at Sedberg.
Oh, yeah, indeed. That was heavy rain. It was indeed.
Monsoon like.
Yes. That was 12 months ago.
Oh, nice.
But right now, it's the Loughborough Storm here. They're the ones who are singing in the rain, and Hartpury the ones who need to find a response in this last quarter of the match. Right now, it's been very much a war of attrition the last 7-8 minutes.
Yeah.
Both these sides have been cancelling each other out, and it's gone a little bit of a scrap fest. To Coffey. Okay. Again, downfield. It's
straight down the fullback's throat there.
Yeah, we're going to have a bit of kicking tennis going on now.
Yeah.
Nice little chip forward. Got a chance for Loughborough to counter there. They've got a couple of numbers as well. Mosias needs to go. He got dumped into touch, and he is dumped into touch. Wasteful kick. You don't mind there? Wasteful kick from the Loughborough fullback. The Hartpury fullback.
Hartpury fullback. I just, they got the wind, the strong wind. We can see the pitch going against them, and I think they've just got to put it out wide and move the players around. Well, the crowd are getting going again now. It's a good crowd with a good voice here.
Very vocal, indeed, as they put under pressure. The away team from the line.
Do what they do well. They clean up. They do the job.
And 4 and 5 on the afters there through Harper and Morrison.
And well up there from Loughborough.
Oh, this is a gap opening up here. For Dixon. Ball goes backwards, says our referee, Kay. Not all. To Coatsy. Frost. Morrison. Boyce. Dixon.
Oh.
Good hit. Good hit that was.
Good hit, and they got the knock on.
Keeps them alive. And it's just the game is just. I wouldn't say it's run out of steam over the last 5 or 6 minutes. It just seems the game's gone from fourth gear back into second.
Yeah, and it's all these little knock-ons and the little bit of tennis they were playing with each other there. I think it's just a case of the ball has got a lot slipperier. Saying that wind and rain has now disappeared.
The rain has, the wind hasn't.
Yeah. So, but it's not going to dry up. That's a dead cert.
Inside the 22. Hartpury need to clear their lines. Find a way to get back into this top of the table clash. They're only a try down. A converted try. That is. It's Cochrane with the foot in.
Scrum from Loughborough. You can see the ball in the middle there, it ain't moving.
It's moving now though, and it's Cochrane's hands. Dennett with the kick downfield. That may stay in play for Kay. Takes it on the second occasion. The ball went backwards on maybe third time's a charm for the Loughborough fullback. Van der Wenger needs a bit of help here, or he's going to have a little go himself, trying to put the Hartpury fullback under pressure. Van der Wenger Doesn't stop the number 15, Sam Leeming.
There you go. Oh, good luck there. I thought we were going to drive over there, but can't be holding firm.
This is Negri. He's had a bit of a quiet game, the man who's going to be signing for Benetton Treviso at the end of his academic studies. Cochrane with the box kick. Van der Wenger's the man under it. He's a man who collects it well. And now a small kick back and a little bit of a chip and chase. And it goes out of play. 15 minutes left to play. Game's gone scrappy, it's gone messy. It's suiting the home time right now, who have been cheered on resolutely by this strong crowd who's putting Stratford under pressure. But Stratford remains strong.
In the background, the ambulance taking Doyle off to hospital.
And this is the big man. Number 2.
Back in the jet ski.
It is indeed.
I'll do that bit for you, Johnny.
Cochrane. Good hands from Negri. Back to Cochrane. Good long looping pass. It could be opening up here for Harry Agnew. Harry Agnew is going to go underneath the post. Oh, what a save! But he's going to go under instead. It's a number 12, Jamie Forrester.
Excellent try there from Hartpury, but a real big defence there from Loughborough. Just didn't quite pull it off, but exceptional work from Hartpury. The speed, I think that this pass we're going to see here, when it comes across, it goes through the intended receiver's hands. Here we go. Yeah, he had no idea that was going through his hands, straight into
Harry Agnew.
And that was unlike, that was well played. Nuttall stopped it, but good support on his shoulder there. Can't knock that. And isn't it lucky we have post protectors?
Indeed, it is.
And the extras were a given there.
Well, they're academic.
15-all, Johnny.
Indeed. And you'd argue with the score 15-all, this hasn't been a Federer Nadal-esque classic, has it? But right now, the away team will take this all day long. You offer them the draw, I think they'll snap the right arm off for it.
Oh, well.
It keeps Loughborough still 5 points clear.
Yep. Hartpury.
That's the best. Van der Wenger could be in here. Van der Wenger for the corner. Is he there? He is.
He is.
Wow, that's it. The Hartpury defence were fast asleep.
Well, that is from the setup there. They didn't pick up from the kickoff, and Van der Wenger's on the ball and he's over. Great response. I didn't see that coming. I thought Hartpury were going to start turning the screw. Here we go. What a response.
Well, they've done all the hard work the last 20 minutes.
Here, straight through the hands. Picked up. Van der Wenger did well there not to knock on, and then Pashley couldn't get there. He slid over.
Yeah, well, in real time, it looked like he may have brushed off his arm and he knocked it on, but the referee was happy, touch judge was happy, and the Loughborough fans are
very
joyfully happy.
Yeah.
20 points to 15, 5 points clear, 12 minutes to play.
What a game.
Sorry, but it's just too easy.
Can hear a pin drop in the crowd now, Johnny.
Let's go 7 clear. Ricardo will tell you.
It's looking good.
It's right in the middle.
There. 22-15. What a way to respond to that try. Exceptionally good try from Hartpury. I thought they were turning the screw. I thought they were coming back into it. That's where my money was going. Lucky, as I said at the beginning, I've got a big fence. And that's what I'm sitting on.
I'll tell you what, this fence may be the size of Donald Trump's wall, maybe.
What wall? Oh yeah, that wall.
Oh yeah, that wall, indeed. 11 minutes to play. Hartpury need to find another one at the bag.
Yeah.
When you thought they were back into the tie, the defence goes asleep and Loughborough retain their 7-point lead. And more importantly, a third try to their name as well.
Yeah.
What they'll do to get another one of them this evening.
And that was messy, but it comes out on Loughborough's side.
Just to remind you as well, by the way, if the scores do remain the same, Hartpury will pick up 1 bonus point for being within 7. That's out in the full. So Hartpury will have the ball quite deep inside the Loughborough half. So as it stands right now, it will be Loughborough 46, Hartpury 48 in the league. It'll be a 2-point difference. And both teams have 2 games to play. And just to remember, this fixture is reversed in 2 weeks' time.
So that will become their last games of the season.
Indeed.
So where we go. There you go, just unlucky. Wind picked it up, out it goes. So we're back on just inside the 22. I think we're waiting for another ball. We're having a problem with the balls today.
Yes, well, I think that may be the case. In fact, that's.
I know the ball boy's picked it up down there. So.
I say de facto ball boy who's fished out of the road behind the stand there.
Yeah.
Picked up by Negri. Well, some of the Hartpury bench are not particularly happy there. But Cochrane, Dennis, and now the gap opening up here. That is a great hit there from the number 22. Mosias has been excellent, in fact, the Loughborough 22 since coming on the field. Cochrane.
Loughborough fence staying firm at the moment. Well, that's a penalty. He's not getting out of the way. No, yeah, they got the advantage, I think.
Yeah, they have a free swing of this one.
Yeah.
Forrester spots the gap, opening up. But the ball goes forward. They are coming back for the penalty. They are coming back for that penalty with 8.5 minutes left to play. Options here, Richard Jackson. Corner or posts?
I think it's corner. I don't think that's kickable. He's going to have to bring it right out right, and hopefully it just drifts in, and that's the harder one to get to. It's good hands though, but big hit there by Loughborough. But good hands there. Just unlucky, but back they come. Yep, it's the corner. And it's a good corner.
Very good it was there from Leeming. It's the Hartpury bench, all of them are on their feet. Stratford, who's been pretty decent from the line this evening. And he's been good again. He's found his man once more. And
now this is where their other try came from earlier in the game. There we go, let's settle. See your man on the floor, so we'll go round him. More players come in. We've got the backs in there, the centres in there as well.
Stratford's the man who got the ball in hand.
And he comes to the side, he's going to take some stopping. That's my man, Bakavjetsky.
Picked up by Stratford.
Well played, Loughborough. Something wrong with that. Or is there?
Or is there?
Penalty. Off his feet, no, not releasing the tackler. Not releasing the tackler.
So then, same again, please. Same again, you fancy?
Same again, I would. They've got this, they're dominating the line out. No problem with the line out. And they're so controlled on this rolling ball. I thought Loughborough did wonders there, getting that, stopping it. But so same again, and my money's on a try. The only thing here, right out here, it's going to be. There he is. Look, he's got his hands on the ball, and they're saying he's not releasing a tackler. I'm not quite sure. But that's why he's a referee, and I'm standing up here with you, Johnny.
Here we go.
Don't forget, hashtag BUCS Super Rugby, tweet your man of the match for us.
Yes, please. Yes, let's have your nomination for the man of the match.
Picked that up nicely, and here they're starting. Ball's in good hands. That's going to be coming to the back, and it's going to come off the side, and they're going to go to that line. There's my prediction.
I think Des Merry's the man in possession of it right now.
Oh, that's brilliant play by Loughborough stopping that.
Cochrane
got to come out of the backs now. They've lost the rolling ball momentum. That's just really good defence.
Negri. Trying to use it.
There's no rush about Hartpury. They're like, this is how we're going to play it. This is what we're doing.
Cochrane
setting up the man just off the fly half, the scrum half. Just little pockets, and then one's going to open up. Look, Cochrane's organising it, he's telling them what he wants, he's telling them what to do. Here he is again. Now he said, hey, I don't want it, you do it, go on.
Passley.
Keep going. And again, and now he's revving up, and that ball's going to be coming out in a minute.
It's been circumspect from the away team.
He's telling them what he wants, he's got involved himself, he's telling them, you get over there. There's no danger of him picking up and doing anything
Just
like that.
inching their way forward here to put this.
Just wearing that Loughborough defence down.
Trying to find the gap to open up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how people take the draw right now if you offer it to them.
Just look at Cochrane.
Rob Fuller.
I tell you, it's impressive the way he's just controlling these troops. And those troops are going, yeah, you tell us what to do, we'll do it. He's going to have to do it again. He's committed. There's too many people committed in there now. Too many people.
Yeah, he's got
to go fishing.
Yes, indeed. Well, he's got to go digging there, in all fairness.
Yeah.
Fighting this ball. He's got it out, though. Picked up again.
He needs more out there for that to happen.
Now it's popped out, though. But still in the away team's hands.
He's still doing it. He said, look, it's loose, right? Just bring it back together again. Yeah, he's telling them, we're going to pop left. Nothing major.
Cochrane. Picked up by Ollie Alsop. Cochrane telling them again.
I think they're going to go short there. Something like that. No, it was well played there.
Des Murray tackled by Will Morrison. And now those inches are now been sent back a couple of feet.
So nothing's going to happen here while Cochrane's in there. There we go again.
4 minutes to play. Oh, just to remind
he
you.
drops off, he tells them that just keep going around the fringes there. You'll either get a break or something will happen out here. He's waiting for the Loughborough to commit as many players, and at the moment they're not. They're doing really well with the first or second tackle. So here we go here. There's only 2 guys going in. So the rest of them are out there doing it. Harry Dixon, this game's going down to the wire. Great quality. There we go. That's Loughborough got 4 guys in this time. This first time they've outnumbered them. Just the 2, that's all they need. And he's going digging there. The open side's going digging. Has he got it? No. Now it's happening. Now it's coming out.
Away. Forrester.
Something makes me think we're going to go back to little pop. Oh! They've lost it.
They've lost it.
They lost it. That was like Minilay last night. He's looking away the other way. Next thing, he's in the back of the net. And again, he's getting it out. Take the pressure. That's got to find touch.
Indeed, it does find touch. A superb kick.
Exceptionally good kick.
Exceptional.
Took all that pressure off. Now that, Loughborough, that was game-winning defence. Brilliant stuff there. We're down to the last 4 minutes. And they just soaked that up there. Excellent play.
I think the coaching staff, when they review the tape here and watch this one back, I think they'll think of the 3 tries and look fantastic, but they'll look at that last 4 minutes of play, and that'll put a smile on any defensive coach's face.
Yeah, it does. And Ben Reed's got it right. This is a nail biter. Hashtag Wednesday Night Lights. Hashtag BUCS Super Rugby. You don't get much better than this.
I got 2.5 minutes to go. The stadium clock is 2 minutes. Our clock's only approximation, by the way. We go on the referee's whistle. It's still
the stadium clock, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 minutes to play.
Pashley man of the match, no doubt, says Scott. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, please do. We'll put them up on the screen. That's was this game. Finishes Cochrane now. Chips forward. There's a man to cover there. In Dixon. But is he under pressure?
Right, now. I tell you what, Loughborough have got to do what Hartpury just did. Right, but that's not. They haven't been doing that this game. They've been clearing their lines instead. They've just got to keep popping it up.
But instead, it goes the other way with the penalty.
Flopped over. That's going to be a kick in the corner and a roll. Greg, you're right. What a game this is.
This has been a great advert.
It's a brilliant. I shouldn't say exactly the same thing. What an advert.
Great minds think alike.
University rugby. You must have gone to different school together, Johnny. Dominic M, you're right. Great advert. That's just what we're saying. You're a first-time watcher. Let's hope you get back. This is it. So here we go. He takes it up. He's over there, and they're just flopping over.
So then, line out,
Right.
5 metres out.
This now.
Stratford, who has been like Phil Taylor from the hockey this evening, he's found his man on more or less every occasion.
The thing is how close can they get to the post if they push us over? Here we go.
Again, finds it. Right then, here we go. This is how they scored their try earlier.
And they just drop back, and then they come
and now
off
the
the
drive
side.
is coming. And maybe just shy. Look at that. Only inches away of the away team. Looking to steal a draw here. They need to hold him up.
He's going to give a penalty for that.
The crowd are trying to urge Loughborough on to remain strong here.
So American rugby, we're trying to go over the middle there. American football.
Cochrane.
I tell you what Cochrane's going to do, he's going to turn the rest of this game like this.
Negri. Nail-biting finish, a grandstand finish here at the Rugby Club in Leicestershire. Stratford's going to go himself.
Oh, we're trying to go through the middle there.
Trying to thread the eye of a needle to put that ball down over that white line.
Ref says it's available. Cochrane's got to use it.
Got to use it. Picked up by Harry Agnew. Pashley there to help him out. Agnew, been set a couple of metres or so back. We've got 80 on our clock. Right area of the field. Negri now. Cochrane.
He's got. This Cochrane has impressed me with the way he's managed this game here.
Rob Fuller. Cochrane. Pashley. Good tackle there from Callum Lynch.
Oh, straight over that ball. That ball's out.
Stratford again.
He missed it. I thought he could have come round.
Fuller. Still trying to get over that line. Loughborough trying to remain strong. Inches away. Cochrane.
He's gone wide. He's gone wide.
Let's run over. On the far side. Has he got a chance for Bakinowski? In the corner, maybe. It's over.
Yeah.
Well, then he's going to go down to a kick.
That exceptionally good try. The only there is. It's in the corner.
James Neal has scored 22 points to 20, and now Sam Leeming is after a kick to tie this match up.
Which must be the last kick of the game.
Into the wind.
Yeah, into the wind, and he's coming across at an angle. That was what I was saying. Okay, he had to get across the line there, but he needed to give him a bit more.
And then arguably, this, you could say that if this goes over, Hartpury will be massive favourites to take this BUCS Super Rugby title.
Yeah, the inaugural one. Shaw says, come on Hartpury, hashtag BUCS Super Rugby. Now, it's going to go dead quiet in here.
I don't think it's not going to be quiet. It's not going to be quiet.
I don't know. There's going to be 15 purple shirts chasing that ball down. Matt Kay, you're right. You're biting the skin on my fingers now, Jacko. BUCS Super Rugby.
Keep an eye out.
Here we go.
Keep an eye on looking Lehman here.
It's quiet. They're respecting it, Johnny.
They are respecting it. Fair play to them.
Here we go.
This to tie the game.
Let's hold that shot. Let's see what's happening.
Sent on its way. Is he cheering? Is he cheering?
Watch those.
He's missed it! He's missed it!
There's the whistle. There's the whistle. You can't hear it in here because the crowd are bouncing up and down. It's going mad here. There's beer going everywhere here. What a game, Johnny. What a game. Is that not a classic 1 versus 2?
Loughborough have won this battle of the top two and keep their title hopes alive. They have won by 22 points to 20. Alas, Hartpury walk away with a bonus point from being within 7, so the deficit reduced from 5 to 2 on the top of the table. But Loughborough now go to Hartpury in a fortnight's time, knowing that if they beat them, they may take the title.
Yep. Without, as your 3-1 chance extra coming up on the inside.
But still, a superb game of rugby, a superb advert for this form of the game. Credit to everybody on the pitch, including the referee as well. In my mind, an excellent game.
Brilliant. I thought he was excellent. He controlled it really well, had the respect of the players the whole time. Everything about that was brilliant.
Right, Richard, you're going to shoot off and get some reaction from the field.
I certainly am, and I'm looking forward to that reaction.
As I'm going to run you through the highlights of what has been a monumental affair and a mouth-watering game. I said it would be at the start, and it has definitely lived up to expectation. Let's see we go. Well, where do we begin? It started around what seemed days ago. When one of the first tries were scored early in the first half by Will Kay, I think it was, who was the first try scorer, but that might not be Kay's try. The guys in the truck have got it. Got them all in order now. Let's run you through what we've seen this evening. This is Will Kay who opened the scoring at about 17-18 minutes in the first half to make it with a relatively simple score. 10 points to 3. Both teams had an early penalty as well, just to remind you as well. And Loughborough did lose their captain, Joe Doyle, due to a serious injury to his ankle. Second try came for Loughborough once more. Harry Nuttall. This made it 15 points to 3 to the home side, but credit where it's due to Hartpury. The second half, they came out the stronger side from the whistle. Great take it was from Negri, and I think it was Henry Harper was the man who got over. Right at the back of that drive. Great try, that made it 15 points to 10. And then about 7-8 minutes after that, as both teams just receiving the post-game talks from both of their sets of coaches. This was great hands. Cochrane, I thought, had an excellent game for Hartpury this evening. He was really marshalling his troops well as the scrum half. Good little run it was from Harry Agnew. And then keep your eye on Forrester, who just comes on his right-hand side here. Good support it was from the number 12 to get it underneath the posts. 15 points apiece it was. And then, well, something for the Hartpury defence to forget. Right from the kick-off, keep your eye on Mandavenga, who comes in the bottom of the screen. Completely missed at the top. Mandavenga spotted, on the bounce, bang, in the corner. 20 points to 15, with the conversion made it 22-15. Let's have a look at it from the wide lens. I thought in real time it brushes off his arm, it didn't. He got it on the bounce, and fair play to him. Getting over in the corner, Mandavenga scoring his 5th try of the season. And then, at the death, after they were inching their way forward, that's where they would love to get that try. It would have been an academic kick then to make it 22 points apiece, but they had to go wide. They did have the numbers on that left-hand side as well. Bit of a loose pass it was from Forrester, but it was picked up there by James Neal in the corner to make it 22 points to 20, but the kick, alas, was missed from Leeming's foot. 22 points to 20 is how we have finished here. This is how they'll look in the league right now. Hartpury will remain top because they do pick up the bonus points here tonight. They'll head on to 48 points. Loughborough pick up 4 points this evening. They'll go on to 46. Exeter in 3rd place on 41, but they have a game in hand. They play Durham next week, followed by Bath and then Northumbria. Loughborough host Bath here next week. We'll be here for that one once more. Hartpury host Cardiff at home to them, and then these two sides will repeat this fixture in a fortnight's time when Hartpury play Loughborough, which you could argue may be for the BUCS Super Rugby title. It's been a superb night here in Loughborough. The rain has held off as the student body here are making their way into the establishments nearby to get some light refreshments, no doubt. As Richard Jackson is, my learned colleague, just in the middle of the pitch, just making sure we've got technical ability here to get some reaction from the Loughborough coach and one of the Loughborough players as well. We're just waiting for that to be confirmed, and then I'll throw you down to him. Just to remind you, we're back here next week, same time, 7 o'clock, where Loughborough will host Bath. And the following week, we're down in Exeter as Exeter host Bath for that varsity game down there at Sandy Park. But it's been a superb game of rugby, a superb game of BUCS Super Rugby that we've had down here at the Rubber Crumb. And let's get reaction out on the middle of the field right now. Richard Jackson is in the middle of the field. Let's hear who he has with him.
Gerard, what a result.
Very pleased. Firstly, second was always going to be tough, and I mean, came down to the final kick. Close game, could have gone either way, but in the end, the boys showed great endeavour towards the end, and we held out.
We were saying there was a bit there where Cochrane was controlling these forwards. He hardly got involved. He was just instructing them to go round. Your defence over 4 or 5 minutes there, that was something to behold, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, something we spoke about at half time, and we said the kind of intent and work rate from the lads was exceptional. Our disciplined defence let us down at times, gave Hartpury field position, but we stuck at it and we came away with the win.
You did, and just like, defence was massive. 5 minutes there, then up there, and that response from their try, up there for your try, I mean, just like everything about that was like running your way, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I actually missed it myself. It was that quick, but I mean, maybe a bit of a luck there, but Brendan took his chance well, and it was what we needed.
So he's closed the top of the table, Exeter up there with you in that as well, but it's all in your own hands. You can go and do the business.
Yeah, I mean, we got obviously Bath next week at home, be a tough test for us, and then we go Hartpury again in 2 weeks, so it is in our hands, tough tests, but we're confident where we're at.
Well, congrats, great result in the end, and obviously everybody's asking any update on your captain?
We'll find out more. I mean, didn't look too pretty, so we hope for the best. We'll give him a call later on.
All right, okay, well, I'm sure all the viewers will give him send their best wishes to him.
Yeah, cheers.
All right, thanks very much.
Thank you.
We're joined now by
Right, how you doing?
winning standing captain.
Not how I'd like to.
Well, no, not how you'd like to, but anyway, I mean, how was that being out there on the pitch in the middle of that?
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. Great game to be a part of. I think the fans on the sideline made it for us. It's always nice to play Hartpury. I think they beat us in the National League, so it's nice to get one back in BUCS.
Yep.
Close the gap.
And that 4 minutes of defence there, I mean, Gerald was saying that, you spoke about it at half time. I mean, every time you must have been sitting there going, looking over your shoulder going, yeah, he's good for this, he's good for that. It's kind of like that you want him in the bunker with you.
Yeah, it's excellent. I think it's just testament to how close the boys are and like working hard together week in, week out, and it just shows there in the end. I mean, we didn't manage to keep them out, but we kept them away from under the post, and in the end that defence won us the game. That was the big thing, because we were saying once you got him out there, I mean, obviously Cochrane didn't want them to go wide. When they did go wide and they did get over, I mean, it was near enough a given, because with the way the wind was coming in and everything else, I mean, that would have been a kick, of all kicks if you got that. Really nerve-wracking. Kind of reminds us of last year's semi-final here. Hartpury missed it from just in the middle actually, so it's a bit of a more difficult one, but yeah, it's just a great feeling to win like that. So
excellent. So next week you're back here against Bath. We're back here again with you. Hopefully the weather, we won't have so much rain, but you got momentum again now.
Yeah, well, I think we're really looking forward to the next couple of weeks. I mean, obviously we've got exams out of the way and stuff now, so we'll be able to train a bit more, and I think we're really looking forward to hitting the ground running in February.
Now I heard it's Learn to Read week, isn't it? Is that what it is? Refreshers week?
Yeah. So
when we're in there tonight, everybody's going to know what's on the menu. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent. Well, congratulations, well done, great result.
Thanks very
I look
much.
forward to seeing you next week.
Cheers.
Thanks a lot. Cheers. So, wrapping up here from Loughborough, a great win there for Loughborough. Down to the last kick of the game, they pipped it. So next week it's Loughborough Bath back here at the Rubber Crumb. Look forward to seeing you.
Better people make better rugby players. You know, rugby builds character. Making sure that we don't give up and we do kind of still have that grit and make sure that we finish the game well. You're not bigger than the team. You do everything you can for this club.
Sharing those moments with them, whether it's wins or losses, and you've got to enjoy those moments and treasure them.